Located here in North Texas in the DFW area, this house has a ton of history, and it has been a wild journey for me and my family to peel back the onion on a 1940s lake cabin and convert it and renovate it into a high-performance house. I can't wait to share with you the stories that we have found along the way, the challenges that we have seen, how we've overcome them, and the plans to make this our dream home. The challenges here are obvious. We have a 1940s lake cabin that we're gonna renovate and then also add on to, but we have to make it a tight, airtight, performance-built house. And one of the first products that we're gonna use to accomplish that is this zip board. And not just any zip board, we're using the Zip R. Zip R is a sheathing where you have your air and water barrier here, and then you've also got a layer of foam on the backside. So this is going to create that thermal break from the air outside before it ever hits the studs inside. This is a big component to making this an airtight, well-built performance house. Let's talk installation. So what I'm going to do here at this house is I'm going to spray foam on the roof deck and down to the top plate. I'm going to do a mineral type product in the walls all the way down through the crawl space, where I'm going to connect that to some poly-iso board. So my crawl space, living space, and attic space are going to be one uniform insulated system that'll be heated, cooled, and dehumidified. So if you're building a house, this is one thing you may want to talk to your builder about. This is the connection point between the wall sheathing and the foundation. And there's a gap right here where you get air infiltration and bug infiltration. This is a detail here. We use Zip liquid flash. We put a bead here and a bead at the bottom and a bead right here, and then we feathered it in to make an airtight seal. Now we have no air infiltration and most of all, no bugs. So how did we even get here, right? I don't know about you, but my wife loves to send me Zillow listings. My wife sent me this one listing and it was very, very interesting. And my immediate reaction to it was, no way. This is not something for us. And as I started to think about it, it became very interesting to me. So I set up a showing. And we came as a family one Sunday after church and took a look around this property. And there was a lot wrong. Fortunately, my wife is very adventurous and she really saw the potential that was out here, and all I saw were the problems. Bought the house and we closed on it, and I started to peel back the onion and realize there was a lot more here than I thought. So the worst case scenario took place, is that the house, we found out, was virtually almost unlivable. There was a ton of water damage presenting mold and microbial issues, termite damage, structural issues, foundation issues. And so I really had to take a step back and think, I've got to make this safe for our family. And how can I turn this old home into actually a performance, well-built home that can last 100 years. And so that's been our goal, and I can't wait to tell you about all the little elements and the details that we have taken and the precautions and the extra measures that we have done to make this a performance-built house here on Lake Lewisville. For anyone out there that's ever renovated or built a home, you know how much of a challenge it is. And this has been the hardest project of my entire life. But we are almost there. Today, the long-awaited windows and doors are finally here. There was a massive, massive delay on that set us back weeks and weeks and actually months. So I'm really excited to see the windows and the doors to get here today. And now we can move on to completing the outside and then the finishes inside. I can't wait to show you the final project. This is going to be an incredible before and after. Welcome to Lake Hill Homestead. The project is finally done, right? The hardest part is finishing, and we're here at Lake Hill Homestead. You've already gotten to see some of the befores, and now you're getting to see the afters. I'm obviously here with my wife, and for anybody out there that has ever taken on a renovation project with your spouse, you know, it can be a lot of fun. And so we're finally done. We're loving the house. It was worth all the hard work, There were times during the project where I thought, there's no way we're going to get through this. We demoed half the house. We had to redo the complete foundation, all new wiring, all new plumbing, all new drywall, a gut job on the house, but we finally finished. What do you think?
It's amazing. It's our dream home.
Our wet bar was one of the big design points elements in this brand new addition. And one of the things is that we wanted this to be a very standalone design element with its own unique colors. My wife loves green, and I think that this color turned out fantastic. We got these shaker cabinets in white, and then we were able to use the emerald line that Sherwin-Williams has to spray overlay on these cabinets. It turned out so good. We got the green on gold and even the gold sink, the Ruvati brand, which is actually a very easily accessible brand, but it's a really higher end stylish brand that you can even get at Home Depot. Turned out really good here with the gold flaking on the solid surface top and back. The fluted glass in this custom cabinet ties in over the drink fridge and the wine fridge. It turned out awesome. Designing your master bathroom is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of things to think through. For me, I love indirect light, and I also want to make sure that there is enough light. And so we chose these different sconces here to offset the lighted mirror. Wood tones and cabinets are actually really coming back into style. And so I love contrasting colors. I stuck with the whites, the blacks, and the browns. Another Ruvati sink here on black. And this is a great faucet that has an extension here that's easy to clean out the sink. Another big aspect that we wanted to have was a heated towel bar. These are really not as expensive and hard as you think. And so if you're designing or redesigning your bathroom, all you need is access to power. Keeps your towel nice and hot for you. We did a big shower here, double heads. We call it the car wash. It makes for a really luxurious shower at the end of a hard day. I love how this fireplace turned out because this was a big central focus, not only just for our master bedroom, but for the overall design of the house to make sure that the look tied into the design and also the function met the goals for having a tight home. We love a fire, we love fireplaces, but what we don't like is the big gaping hole through the middle of the house. And so because this house was so airtight and watertight, we opted for the electric fireplace. This is a brand called Modern Flames. Oftentimes I do install these electric fireplaces in senior living communities for obvious reasons. This is great if you have an existing building. This can be installed in an existing wall, or you can design it in as I did here. Very realistic look on this flame. It's actually filmed in a Hollywood studio. I love how this turned out. And this is something we can actually use year round for ambiance. The Venetian plaster is a concrete look. I used one of my subs, one of my vendors that does this custom work. Love how this turned out. Really ties into the design on the concrete tile that we used in the bathroom and the kitchen. And for you tech TV geeks out there, I went with the Samsung OLED 90D. Really turned out great. It's a great experience and we really love it. To kind of wrap up this project with some of the challenges that we faced, the final product of our new home here, we titled it Lake Hill Homestead, is that we got to keep the integrity of the 1940s cabin, also while adding on a brand new structure and making it a well-built performance house. We got to keep some of the rustic appeal of the fireplace, some of the original strapping that they had in the living room area because of the way the walls were built and the roof was tied in, and then also modernize it. So this house is probably something more like a rustic, modern lake cabin. I think that those are the kind of attributes that we would categorize it as, and we're really enjoying it.
Absolutely. I love knowing that the bones of the house, the original cedar studs still stand, and we love that the fireplace is original and that strapping. It's just constantly roots us back in the history of the property, the history of the lake, and also adding our own touch of having our family here and enjoying it together.
So here we are, nightmare or dream home? Yes, I decided to do my own project now that I'm really good at it. We knew from the moment that we bought this home that it was going to be a huge project, which also really excited me because now I get to have my very own passion project. The goals are always breathe life into a space, give purpose to it, build with integrity, and create a legacy. So I'm excited to show you the progress of my very own dream. May it bless my family for years to come, and may it inspire you too.